I owe no blame to no one else. Now I realize I can't get over you. And though I do my very best, I just can't find happiness. And girl, it's all because I can't get over you. Hey baby, why, oh why, thinking of you makes me cry. No matter how I try, I'm gonna love you by and by, baby. I can't get over you.
Hey boy, what you be doing tonight? I got a surprise for you.
Something's got me so excited, baby. A feeling I've been holding back so long. You got me shook up, shook down on your loving, and boy, I can't wait to get started loving you.
All night long, I'm waiting for your love to come into the room to show you proof. It's you that I love.
And now that I can feel you coming closer to me, I'm not running. Oh, may I say, I can't wait to get it on.
I'm gonna give it to you.
All night long. I can't wait to love you, baby. All
Southern girl, don't you know? You're good to me and I think you so. Alright. I wouldn't be right here if you had
Good
been
morning,
right
everyone.
there.
I'm going to give, allow
I wanna talk to you.
4 minutes to get
Southern
started.
girl, you're the one.
Welcome to Thursday Talks with your River Valley
Lots of
Chamber
loving, lots of fun. The tenderness you give me, I wanna take it everywhere, yeah. Oh, oh, oh. I was happy not at all, no. You were the first to hear my call. Your hospitality shows me that you care.
Good morning, everyone. This is Stephanie Quinones, your River Valley Black Chamber of Commerce president. I'd like to welcome you to Thursday Talks. I was this close to letting the SOS band play Saturday morning cleaning playlist. That was fire. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to turn things over to our VP of Business Affairs, Mr. Monte Boynton, for the business tip of the day. Monte?
Good morning, River Valley. Good morning, millionaires. Not just millionaires financially, but millionaires in your mindset as well. Happy Thursday, and welcome to the River Valley Thursday Morning Talks. I am the VP of Business Affairs, Monte Boynton. We're headquartered here right here in Columbus, Georgia. We're serving 16 surrounding counties. We're not just doing this alone. We are part of the Georgia Coalition of Black Chambers, which connects us to the other chambers throughout the entire state of Georgia. Our goal is to become the premier resource for the strengthening and the development of the Black-owned businesses within the River Valley region. And this is going to be your business tip of the day. It's smart starts with creative funding. So don't wait on revenue to start building your business. Invest in it with strategy and not just your savings. We don't do that. We use the bank's money, guys. So whether your business is earning income yet or not, alternative funding can be your launch pad for your business to be successful. Again, alternative funding, not just your traditional funding when you're going into the bank and they're asking you for your tax returns. They ask you for all these documents. There's other ways that you can get funding to help your business, and that's by utilizing business credit. So applying for 0% interest business credit cards or credit lines that don't require revenue, structuring your business properly, and then use your personal credit to leverage and unlock capital for your business. Also tapping into pledged loans or secure loans. These low risk tools can help build both your credit and give you leverage while keeping your payments manageable. Leveraging the grants as well. Again, there are local, state, and federal grants for startups, minority owned businesses, innovative ideas. These funds don't require repayment, just a solid application. And some grants are geared towards certain demographics as well as certain business types. So you guys can find that information on the app that we use for grants, which is called Skip. Crowdfunding or use peer lending platforms like Kiva, Honeycomb, Mainvest allow you to raise funds with community support. So no traditional bank is needed. And also just invest back wisely. So once you're funded, treat every dollar like it's a seed. Allocate funds toward revenue generating systems, marketing automations, offers, and not just logos and websites. So remember, waiting for the right time can cost you more than start. So start investing and using your strategy today. If you need help building a funding strategy, pay attention and keep up to date. We're going to have a Ready Set Fund workshop at the chamber. That's coming soon. We'll get the dates on that, and I'll send it out to you guys via all social media channels. But that's all. That's what we have for the business tip of the day. I'm going to kick it back to Madam President.
All right, thank you so much for that information, Monte. Again, make sure you are following River Valley Black Chamber of Commerce on Instagram as well as Facebook. Also, if you know anyone that is unable to attend the Thursday Talks, we do have a YouTube channel where they can go back and get all of this helpful information. If you don't feel comfortable relaying the information, if you're like me, you're going to get part of it, but you want to make sure they get all of those nuggets. You can refer them back to the YouTube channel, which is River Valley Black Chamber of Commerce. We are going to move on with the call this morning. I'm going to turn things over to Dr. Rocky Marsh, who is joining us from his car. I know he's out of town, he's traveling, but he's still on duty. So I'm going to turn things over to our VP of Employee Engagement and Member Engagement and Experience. I'm thinking about work. All right, Dr. Rocky.
Hey, good morning, good morning, Madam President, and good morning, everyone in the River Valley. Dr. Rocky R. Marsh, and just for it, I am not driving, just so we can all be aware of that. We listen. To our area, month of June, the month of Juneteenth. We have two amazing guests today, one male, one female. So I'm definitely going to let the ladies go our first guest. If you are thinking about travel, she is the person for you. Miss Jacqueline Williams Jenkins of ICU Travel is a member of River Valley, and she is here to tell us how she can offer you travel
Rocky, you're breaking up just a little bit, Rocky.
expertise for the summer.
Rocky, you're breaking up just a little bit. No, I'm not the best interviewer, but I'm gonna try my best. Miss Jackie, if you can tell everyone about your business and how you can service them. You're on mute.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me. Greetings from ICU Traveling. I'm Jacqueline Williams Jenkins, proud business owner. I have a passion for travel and culture, and it's an honor to be able to make that happen for others. Can you all hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. We're local business with a global reach. Boat, bus, plane, train, we can get you there all the same. I'm an avid traveler, but there are certain places that I thought I could never afford to go. But as a travel professional, I've learned that it is possible and affordable to go anywhere in the world. Sure, you could book your own travel, and a lot of people choose to. But a lot of times you cheat yourself. The advantage of having a travel professional is that I'm your advocate. I'm your personal concierge. I can help customize trips for you, whereas you may not be able to do that if you're booking online. You're just subject to what's printed there on what's available on the computer. If you have an issue, your travel agent can contact the places directly and get things corrected. Whereas maybe just a general traveler, you may get the 800 number, stay online forever, and still not get anything solved. So we have access to special pricing and features that the general public does not have. There are various ways to pay for trips. The earlier you start planning, is better. And how many of you knew that your travel agent can get tickets to different events, concerts, NASCAR, rodeo? I mean, it's just unlimited. As a business owner, I ask that even if you don't use my services, please share my information with others. The support is free. Like I said, I'm here, I'm local, but I can get you anywhere you want to go. I believe in the community, and you're likely to see me out there. Madam President, if I may, I'd like to give a little more information about a event, an experience, an opportunity for our family caregivers in the
Absolutely.
community. I'm an advocate and ambassador for Careful Structured Caregiving. It's a Georgia Medicaid program. The family member has to live in a home and not work because they're taking care of an elderly or disabled family member. A lot of times the caregiver, they can't work, but they're not getting paid, so they have to work, or they have to pay someone else to take care of their loved one. And it's a known fact, and it's also statistically based that families, that loved ones do better at home in their own environment where they're comfortable, and they seem to thrive and help a little better, as opposed to maybe being in a facility. So Careful allows that to happen, of course, providing that that the care can be provided at home. Unfortunately, sometimes we do have to, go outside the home for assistance. But just think about people that have taken care of their families for years and haven't gotten paid for it, anything like that. Careful supports the caregiver. If eligible, they get a stipend for like $19.88 a month, untaxed. That's for the caregiver. They also have support services. They have um, engagement specialists. They have resources, case management, things like that to help support the caregiver. Because a lot of times caregiver forgets about themselves or they get lost um, in their own health, taking care of someone else. But this is just a way to support them financially and emotionally.
Awesome.
So
I
if
see that Rocky is back on, but before I turn things back over to him, I want to ask a question. And it goes back to your travel business.
yes, ma'am.
Considering the climate in traveling, do you have any recommendations or can allay any apprehensions people might have about traveling at this current time?
Yes, I do run into people that have hesitation about flying. Um, and I continue to fly, and I know many others do. Um, what I feel and what I see is that the climate is calling more attention to certain things that have been happening, periodically anyway. There's just more attention called to it because just what's going on in the world today.
Mhm.
But things have happened. There have been plane crashes periodically. There have been train crashes. Car accidents. So life happens. Um, I hope I don't offend anybody, but I say pray and carry on. But I do definitely think that some things have been heightened. Some of this propaganda, you know, just to kind of keep folks, all in a panic state, if I should say that.
Okay.
But there are still other options other than flying. Take a train ride. That's something that most people forget about, and that's an extremely amazing opportunity. And if you want to cruise, but you don't want to get out there in the big water, there are options for river cruises within the states.
Okay. All right.
I don't know that.
Yeah.
And I also want to call attention to for domestic travel, you have to have, as a May 7, you have to have a real ID.
Okay.
And if you are traveling internationally, your passport has to be at least 6 months from expiring. Because a lot of countries won't let you enter, and some destinations won't even let you come and check in if your passport is less than that and is about to expire.
Oh,
So it's
that's
very
good
important
to
to
know.
keep up. And I say stay passport ready. Yes, some cruises, some places you can go without a passport. You have your social security card, birth certificate, and things like that. But I say stay passport ready. You don't have to worry about carrying those extra, you know,
Documents.
professional, personal documents around. And if you got your passport, you're good to go.
Okay. Well, I see Dr. Rocky back on, so I'm gonna turn it back over to him. Had to pivot just a little bit because of some connection issues, but Rocky, I'm gonna turn it back over to you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Madam President. Apologies for the technical difficulties. And thank you, Ms. Jenkins, for coming on and sharing your amazing experience. Please go on mute, stay on. And if you could drop your contact information in the chat in case anyone had any additional questions, that'd be amazing. And now we move on to our next, Mr. Dillon. I see you on, sir. Thanks for joining us today. Listen, this is a man of many talents, has a lot of things going on in Columbus, and I'm gonna let him tell it best for yourself. Dylan, what do you do in Columbus?
Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Dylan Kolaf. Can y'all hear me good? Okay,
Yes,
make
sir.
sure it's not a connection. Okay, yes, I am on a serial, how do you say it? Preneur?
Serialpreneur.
Serialpreneur. I got that from Rocky. But yeah, I own a couple different businesses in Columbus, Georgia. I own a dumpster business to where we remove junk removal or construction debris. We work with a couple contractors in the city. That's a business I just started. I also own a home care agency, and we service the whole Georgia, literally from top to bottom, to left to right, the whole Georgia. Last year, we became the biggest in the Southeast region, and we're now about to open up in Florida. and I also flip houses. So I do investing. I own a couple properties in Georgia, and I currently are working on like 5 different projects right now. So that's currently what I do. Um, Really, basically, the whole thing. Yeah, too much to say, but on it. But yeah, if y'all need to get in touch with me on junk removal, any people who do construction, you can get with me tree removal, and even with home care. With our home care business, we help the elderly with ADLs, activity of daily living. So anybody who need like bathing, dressing, grooming assistance, we hire caregivers who have PCA or their CNA license to go into people homes to help them out with those things. And then for my real estate business, I also have investors who come in to invest their portfolio or their 401k, things like that. Sometimes, you know, when you do invest, like get a CD or anything with the bank, you know, they guarantee like 3 to 5%. So when you come and invest with me in my real estate, I guarantee a 10% return on your investment. And I don't keep properties longer than a year. So, you know, within a year, that's when you see your return in the bank. Within me, you could see it within 3 to 6 months on a 10% return.
Man, listen, that is absolutely amazing. This guy just dropped a few nuggets on us this morning. Mr. Dillon, how do you balance it all?
Really, to balance this all, man, you got to put fun to the side. I'll say that and stay focused. If you really want to get where you want to be and be free in life, and don't work as hard as you don't work really hard when you get older, I'll say put all the fun to the side. Cut your friends off who's not participating in helping you grow. You know that, and I feel like just staying focused every day, that really helps me out, and having a work-life balance. Right now I'm still working on that. I'm not gonna lie, I do probably work 7 days a week, but and some days I wake up and I do what I want, you know. And having your systems in place, that's the number one thing. Having your systems in place will create more space for you to do things and be able to control all these businesses.
Well, that is good info. So I really appreciate.
No, I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, I think he's freezing up again.
No, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, we got you, Mr. Dillon. That was absolutely amazing. Thanks for sharing that. Listen, do me a favor. Go on mute and drop your contact information in the chat. I'm sure sometimes if you got like 2 seconds to stay on, sometimes people have questions and we want be able to give them access to you in case you had it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have some amazing things going on in the month of June. And our next segment, we would have been talking about everything that's going on in the month of June. We are continuing our grant orientation each Tuesday at 5:30 at the Cunningham Center, because we are getting ready to launch a massive grant coming to the River Valley. So I invite all of you to join us at the Civic Center on Juneteenth. That's right, Juneteenth, Thursday, June the 19th at 6 p.m. in the hospitality suite, where we will be unveiling the total grant amount that we have coming to the River Valley. That's all the news that I have for you at this time. Kick it back to Madam President.
Madam President, before you start, I want to just touch on some of the points that Dylan made. So
No problem.
I know Dylan as DK. So I actually used to coach one of DK's best friends when he went to Hardaway. So that's how I actually end up following DK's journey. So he kind of undershot himself a little bit. He does a lot of investing, real estate investing in Columbus. So if you guys are looking to get into investing, I have a couple clients that I actually sent to him. He has a mentorship program as well that helps people who wants to get into investing. So he kind of undershot that one a little bit. I just want to make sure I put that information out there because he's been a great help for my business as well. I call him anytime I need anything needs to be picked up when we doing these houses and these Airbnbs and got trees and all the rest of that stuff. So he does all that for me. He does wholesaling as well. And he's just an overall great guy. I just wanted to make sure that I make sure I give him his proper due because he's been good for my business and my clients as well.
I appreciate that, Monte. And also, if I could say one more thing
Yes,
too as
sir.
well, y'all, the first thing y'all need to do to start any business, to do anything, is start with your credit. And I'm glad Monte jumped on because it just shot that idea in my head. Before I even started, I didn't know what position I was in until I really learned about credit. When I started, I got over 100,000 in personal and business credit, and that's where the journey begins. So if y'all want to start y'all business, start whatever you want to do, start with your credit. And they got Monte would lead you in the right direction. That's all.
Well, that is awesome. Seeing partnerships in place, and we didn't even realize it. And our VP of Business Affairs co-signing what Mr. Coleth is doing. So thank you, Monte, for jumping in and giving him his flowers and vetting him. So if you guys have any, not that you would have concerns, but you got a co-sign from our VP of Business Affairs. He's actually doing business with him, and I know Monte and Toya are on that Airbnb stuff. So if he's saying something great about him, you can take his word for it. So I want to say thank you to everyone who took time out for this morning to join us for our Thursday talks. Thank you, Dr. Rocky, our executive leadership, Monte, Brandy's on the call, and I want to say she was on too, but she might be gone now. Yeah.
Ashley jumped off.
Okay, Ms. Rodriguez, our treasurer. Again, thank you guys so much for joining us again, and stay tuned. I think our next call is in 2 weeks. That will be before. No, that will be after.
It'll be on June 19th.
That is Juneteenth. So dang, so Rocky, if you want to go ahead and give a plug about the festivities that are going on for the parade, or talk about the Miss Juneteenth pageant, just for those who might not be aware what took place this past weekend and what we have to look forward to for the parade and the festivities that are going to be going on.
Yeah, be glad to. So everyone, I hope I also serve as the co-chair for our Columbus Juneteenth Jubilee Committee. That's the committee that's a collaboration of the government events as well as private entrepreneurs events. And so you probably already seen the full calendar that's been floated around. If you didn't, you probably also saw Michael Sold and Rama D, their Facebook Live, where they hinted on two of the events that they will be headlining in conjunction with us, but also with themselves. So I invite you to visit the Columbus Juneteenth Jubilee for all the events. And two events that I'd like to bring your attention to is the night parade that is on Wednesday, June the 18th. Light Up the Night. This was a great success in last year, and they are bringing it back for 2025. So the parade will start and end at Banks Food Hall, which is just across from Woodruff Park. So if you have something that lights up, you're just interested in going, please let us know. It is on the Facebook page. And then on Saturday, June the 21st, will be the Columbus Jubilee. That's the outdoor food festival, the outdoor entertainment festival, and it'll all happen at the Civic Center. It starts usually later in the evening time, approximately 5 or 6 o'clock, but definitely a vibe and definitely something that you can take the whole family to. Now, if you really want to kick things off, you can join us at the press release. That'll be on June the 11th. But thank you, Madam President, for giving me an opportunity to share those things with you.
All right. Thank you so much again. Thank you guys, everyone. I hope to see you guys out there at the night parade. I'm excited about participating. We got our carnival ladies that'll be participating this year as well. Just a lot of fun. For those who, I used to be one that said we don't have anything to do in Columbus, but plenty going on in the next couple of weeks. So make sure you get out and you support. Again, if you have, I think, Rocky, are you guys still taking entries for the parade?
Absolutely. So if you go to the Juneteenth for the parade, yes. If you go to the Jubilee page or the Columbus Juneteenth page, we do have the registration link. It is absolutely totally free.
All right. Again, thank you guys so much for joining us on Thursday Talks today. You guys have a great day, prosperous day, be safe, be successful. Y'all have a great day. Bye, y'all.